it's confirmed. He about to be a pappy. And yeah, man, I had to see what he could do. I
Right.
had to see what he could do. But my female now she's almost 10 months on the 4th of next month. Hadn't had her first heat yet. Once she gets through her first heat and goes to her second heat, then I'm gonna let Jay do his thing, and we're gonna produce here, bro.
I like that. I like that, man. Seems like that's going good, man.
That's what's up, man. How you been doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Everything's been good on this end. A lot of great things this year, so I've been good.
That's what's up, man. It's good seeing your face, man. It's good seeing you.
I know, man. It's been a while, man.
So what's the deal, man? What's going on with this boxing world? What's the deal? What we talking about?
I Man, I tell you this, man. Yesterday was crazy, man. Yesterday was crazy. This guy Wilder, you really can't blink. You can't blink, man. You can't blink. I went back. We were talking about it yesterday. I went back and I rewatched what little fight it was. I rewatched it, and you were right about the feet, man. The feet was a little the placement. The placement. I mean, it wasn't figured out round, but I don't know. It was a little off. So you were right about that.
Yeah, it was a little. I'm not gonna say it was unexpected because he's really never had great feet, but
Hmm.
he just seems like something's wrong. Like something physically is wrong.
Yeah,
And I ain't saying that in a funny way. It was like he could barely stand.
yeah,
Look weird to me, but he got the job done, man. He got it done.
yeah. Uh, who could you who could you see him fighting next, and just what you think is the best move for Wilder after that?
Well, I see him fight any of the heavyweights next. I would like for him to have one more tune-up fight before he, jumps into a Andy Ruiz or this
Hmm.
and that. I think King Kong Ortiz would be a good one. No, he already fought him. We don't want to see it again. I think, well, really, there's not a lot of heavyweights he can get in with that ain't
Mm-mm.
really that
Okay.
much of a
Hmm.
threat. Um, Especially because we don't really know if he's still Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he's always going to have that right hand, but how has those 3 fights with Tyson Fury really affected him?
Hmm.
Um, the smart move, if you want a big payday and he want to sell out an arena, is AJ, bro. It's
Yeah.
it's it's AJ. We've been wanting to see that fight for years. I'm talking about years, and it's time now. They both don't have any belts. They ain't really got nothing to lose. It's just bragging rights. So jump in there, get that bag.
Who has the leverage in that situation? Who's the A side? See, because you see how they neither one of them got a belt. Both coming off of some losses.
That's a good question, man.
Mm.
I really can't. I'll be honest with you, man. I can't answer that. I know
Yeah.
that I was saying Wilder would beat AJ, but
Hmm.
if they don't do, I'm really thinking something's physically wrong with my man's legs, man. And I'm I'm not tripping, bro. I'm not being funny. Like I think something physically wrong is with Deontay Wilder. Maybe they ain't, exposing it or saying it, or they don't want to. But if he goes out there with those crazy legs against AJ, I think it'll be a tough fight. I need his legs have to be strengthened first.
Hmm.
Of course, the right hand is always a common denominator, man. You just can't. He'll barely throw it, and
Hmm.
he'll buckle a horse, man. He barely throw it and buckle a horse. It's just
Yeah.
it's God given. Um, AJ, we know, been hit the canvas multitude of times.
Yeah.
Um, but AJ got grit too. But if anybody's getting knocked out, it's AJ in that fight, and I just can't see him staying away from that right hand. His best bet is to jump on him first, hurt Deontay Wilder, and get him out of there. But we know that dude is like the Walking Dead. When he goes down, and Deontay Wilder reanimates, He's like a walker, bro. You can't kill him.
I feel like that fight was perfect before. Wilder should have fought AJ before he fought Fury.
Yes, sir.
He should have. I felt like that would have been definitely solidified his legacy. You know, if he would have done that. Um, I don't really know where to go from here with Wilder, and let me tell you why. Because I like his energy more than anything. So I think that he learned a lot from that last Fury fight, right? But I can't help but see or look. It looks like he feels accomplished already. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel that accomplished and talking the way he's been talking, I don't know where the motivation is coming from when you felt like you've done it all. I don't know. I feel like he's just talking like a retired man.
And that's never a good thing, Kevin.
Yeah.
And that's never a good thing. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I gotta keep it real, 100.
Mm-hmm.
Judging on when he started boxing, judging on a lot of fundamentals that he doesn't have,
Mm-hmm.
he has accomplished a lot, bro. He done things that he wasn't supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how every fight and who he's fought played out, and regardless of how us as fans can nitpick, oh, you ain't fought nobody, homeboy. You ain't, I ain't done it. For a guy who started boxing in his late teens, and again to not have the fundamentals, he didn't accomplish a lot in boxing, bro. Like he's the modern day Mike Tyson, and you know, and I say that for a reason. I don't say that because I think he's as skillful, you know, as a boxer as Mike Tyson was. No, I don't believe that at all. I just think that he carries that type of energy. He you know, you can't blink, like you said. And when Tyson fought, you couldn't blink
At all.
But I told you, homeboy, I told you, one round, it's a wrap. I knew this dude was going to get knocked out in one round. He did what he was supposed to do. It was his sparring partner. But nevertheless, there's a body in front of you. You got to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and people saying that, oh, man, he took a dive or, you know, it was set up. Man, when that dude hit the ground, he froze, man. Like, that was a real knockout, regardless of my opinion. So,
it was.
No, I'm not going to hate on him. He got knocked out. He did his thing, but it's just kind of hard to say who should he fight next because I think every heavyweight is a threat.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
And I didn't see enough. I didn't see enough. The guy went too quick. I just didn't see enough. I can't tell you if it was a fill-out round. I can't tell you, you know, like I'm thinking it's a round that they're just trying to figure each other out, and then boom, he's not. I just didn't see enough to know where Wilder is, and it's crazy because I was happy he's back, but at the same time, I'm like, is he back at all? Because we just didn't see much of anything. I'm still left with the same perspective I had when he lost the last fight. You see what I'm saying? It's still the same perspective. It's not like I don't know.
It's hard to analyze. Like you said, we had not even a whole minute was the fight. You know, so and when I watch fights, bro, I observe everything, man. Like, you know, I really analyze everything. And the only thing that I saw was what I have already seen. The right hand and the bad feet and the bad legs.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see if he was actually going to implement that hook that they've been working on or implement anything different. I would like to see Deontay Wilder add more tools to his tool belt, you know, add more to his arsenal. Can you get outside that right hand? I don't know. I don't know if you can, you know, so that's what I'm looking for.
Hey, stay away from Andy, man. Stay away from Andy, man. Yeah, I don't think that's.
It's dangerous. You wouldn't think so, but if you really think about it, Evan, it's a dangerous fight. Because Andy got those. His punch placement is weird.
I'm worried about the speed. And the fact, the speed, Andy's speed and way he throw punches and flurries, combined with the fact that Wilder has 0 to no defense at all.
It's non-existent.
I don't think, and it's like they're really gunning for that to be next. And I'm like, no.
I think but who else is he gonna fight? I mean, AJ, yeah, we get that.
Yeah.
But other than AJ, if he can't get that fight, because there may not, you would think it would be an easy fight to make, but you know how boxing is nowadays. So Andy's name has already been thrown out there, and I'm a little weary about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Andy catches you right here on the temple, right behind your ear, right on the ear. These shots you don't get over as soon as you pop up. I know for a fact. I got scraped on the forehead by a 16-year-old, man. And I'm telling you, Grand Rapids, Michigan, he barely grazed. It was a shot just like Tyson caught Trevor Berbick with. The last knockdown that Tyson caught Trevor with, he grazed his forehead. And it does something to you, bro. Like you can't, you looking, you don't know, you think you looking left, but you all over here, right? It's you just can't function right. So, and again, we don't know the type of damage he took, against Tyson Fury, bro. Like those were bad knockouts.
Yeah, very bad.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what's next for Deontay, man. I can't call it.
It gotta be, in my opinion, it would have to be like an AJ. It would have to be. It's no reason for him. And you know what's crazy? I don't think Usyk would duck that fight. I think that he would actually consider it.
He already has. He said it. He already said it.
Yeah.
And I'll state it. No heavyweight other than Tyson Fury can beat him. But I don't know about Usyk. I mean, I feel like Usyk will get caught. If he gets caught and he getting up, he's a smaller guy. But Usyk can box, bro. You can't sleep on him.
Yeah.
He can box. Can you stay away from that right hand all night? I don't think you can.
Nah.
And if you ain't Tyson, you ain't getting up.
Hey, man.
It's wrong.
You think, here's my thing. Would he be able to catch Usyk? Because
judging on how he looked last night, them feet, maybe not.
I think Usyk would be the one person he couldn't be able to catch. If you think about it, he wouldn't be able to catch him.
Not clean anyway. Not clean.
Yeah, no.
But I'm telling you, even a half grazed punch by that dude.
Yeah.
His right hand is, I don't understand it.
It's lights out.
It's Milner. His right hand is Milner, bro. People don't know what I'm talking about. You geeks out there, that's Thor's hammer. Milner. That's his right hand. I'm a closet nerd. I keep telling y'all, man. But that dude, he barely touch you. And it's like you drinking a fifth of gin, bro. You out. You gone.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Who heavyweight wise, who's your top prospect right now? Who are you liking the most right now? Who's been piquing your interest?
I like what's my dude's name, man? Young cat, man. Jerry.
Oh my God, big baby. That was my answer. That was my answer, man. That boy is special. He's
special. He's young, and he don't fight when he ain't scared of nobody. He like, what? Let's go. Like he already gets it. Like I don't fear you, so let's get in the ring and let's throw. And that's a major factor when you're fighting in your boxing. You can't be scared to get in there with anybody. He truly believes in his abilities, and a lot of fighters, even top fighters, don't believe in their own ability. Jared does. So you're looking at this kid.
He's a middleweight in a heavyweight body.
Exactly. And you ain't even in his prime yet, bro. When that's what's the scary part. He ain't even in his prime.
Man,
young.
I want to see him versus a Jogger.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real, and it'll be a nice little test. I think he'll pass that test, but still need somebody that's going to push him a little bit. I can't make a clear cut decision on a prospect until I see them facing adversity.
Right.
Because it's good when things are going your way.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody crack you and you get sit on your butt, what you gonna do? Somebody hit you and you get cut, what you gonna do? You know, so there's a lot of factors to a really good prospect. We got to see him go through the fire, bro. You know, so I'm liking what I'm saying so far, but I want to see how he does when somebody pushing him back. You like really pushing him back. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna either break him or gonna mold him. One or the other.
Yeah. I'm gonna need Joe Joyce to step out of the UK, man. I'm gonna need him to step out of the UK on the next one. I like a Frank Sanchez, but he need to come on over here to the US and put some work in, because he's a good kid, man. He's good, but I just think now it's time for him to step over here and let's really see, you know, what he can do. You know?
I think it's 2 years past time, to be honest with you, man.
You think it's late? You think it's too late?
I don't say it's too late. I'm saying he should have been in him over here.
Oh, yeah,
His next move should be the U.S. because Joe Jordan, he don't fight that often.
Mm-hmm.
I like that dude though, man. I like him. The dude is, bro, he hard to hurt. You can't hurt him. Like that last fight against Parker hit him with the kitchen sink, everything, bro. And it's like he has a healing factor or something. He got up, even after the fight, nothing on his face. He's hard to beat. He's gonna be hard to beat. And he's an exciting fighter. He needs to come over to the U.S. like you said. Got to see him over here. Got to.
I like him. I like him and Wilder.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, I like him.
Real good. That's one heavyweight I think, other than Tyson, that could actually get up from that right hand.
You think Joyce can get up, man? Yeah.
I think those. You see Parker hitting him. I know Parker ain't no Deontay Wilder, but this is a heavyweight, bro.
Yeah.
Shots. I'm talking about dead on. Like, and he just ate him. And then his pressure, his constant pressure, man. And then what if he using that big body just all over?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? While the ball, his legs gonna be the first thing to go.
Yeah.
The first thing to go. But I'd pay to see it.
Okay. Last heavyweight question. Can anybody beat Tyson Fury as long as he's here? As long as he's WBC champion, could anybody actually beat Tyson Fury? Yeah, you see how tough it's tough. It's tough.
Everybody, you know, no one's unbeatable, but I would say it's highly unlikely that the heavyweights now in the top 10, that there's any one of them that can beat Tyson Fury right now.
Ooh.
I mean, I think the best challenge for him see, a lot of people think him and Usyk would be a good fight. I think it'd be a boring fight. I think it'd be a really boring fight. It'd be too technical.
Here's what scares me about that fight. I think Usyk can win that fight. Honestly. It would be a boring one, but he can win. What scares me about it is that Fury is now with Sugar Hill. And ever since he got with Sugar Hill, I don't know where that power coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. I didn't know he had it in him. So I don't know how Usyk would deal with Tyson's power. That crump gym, they got that boy over there looking like Emmanuel still alive.
That's your answer right there. That's how he has his power. You know, coaching people sleep on coaching, man. Coaching is a very important thing. Right? You got people who are pillow fisted, and 9 times out of 10, the reason why they pillow fisted is because they don't know how to throw a power shot.
Right.
They don't know how to throw correctly. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, prime example.
That was picture perfect yesterday, man.
Bro, let me tell you something, man.
Woo.
Let me tell you something, man. Caleb Plant is a very intelligent fighter. You know he set him up for that, right? And I'm going to tell you how I pay attention, young blood. I'm telling you, I pay attention. He threw that combo, hook downstairs, hook upstairs. He threw it about 5 or 6 times in that fight. But he wasn't on the mark, okay? He would throw it in repeated motion, but he would throw it rapidly. Yeah. At that time, every time, yeah. And every time he would come up, he would miss because Darrell had got his timing down. He was like, all right, he's going to come up, boom. So I block, boom, get back. Block, boom, get back. He paid attention to what Caleb was doing. So Caleb was like, okay. He made something that would seem hard very easy. So he spent this timing between those 2 hooks. If you watch that knockout, he touched him, and he waited a split second before he threw it upstairs. He said, and he had a full visual. He didn't know sometimes when you throw a hook downstairs, your head automatically goes down. Boom. Right. But he hit him downstairs. He kept his eyes right here. And he waited, wiped his nose. That man is smart. That man is smart, bro. He set him up for that, bro. A lot of people don't even see that, man. Caleb's smart. You know, people say he's an a-hole, this and that, you know, but that dude can fight. And he has a new trainer as well. That's probably taught him how to really sit down on his punches.
Yeah.
Gotta be playing.
I never would have. I had Caleb winning, but I never seen a knockout. I didn't see the power. I never really seen the power behind his shots. But oh my God, yes,
I had Caleb winning too. I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna knock Anthony out. I said, no way.
Yeah,
no way he was not Anthony out.
That's what I'm saying. Woo. And I mean out too, like out, like not a flash knockout. He was gone for his head of the mat.
He was in paradise, bro. Like I'm telling you. He saw everybody in the Bible. Everybody. He was gone for about 30 seconds. He left his body. And it was scary.
Yeah.
And, you know, he got a lot of controversy for the whole shovel thing, you know. But listen, like you said, that man talked a lot of trash.
Yeah.
He talked a lot of trash. He disrespected him. He even went back to Bernard Hopkins. I never let a white boy beat me. Well, he sent you to the abyss.
It is what it is.
You know, you can't judge someone by their cut. Just because that dude is a different color, you don't mean he can't squat. I got beat in 2000 by a white cat that I thought I was going to beat. Not because he was white, because he didn't look like nothing. He was frail. And he beat up and took all my lunch money. Made me quit.
Crazy.
You got to be careful what you're saying, because before you know it, you're looking up at the stars. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, man.
Yeah, it is. Where does David Benavidez go from here then? Right, Caleb is.
He can't go anywhere.
Doing very good in the division.
He can't go anywhere if they won't fight him.
Canelo holding on to the belt. Canelo's holding on to the belt for what? I don't know. Let him go. You don't want to fight for him. You don't want to defend him. Let him go.
Exactly. David is being held back from really showing people what he can do. A lot of people sleep on David Benavidez, but I've always liked him. Yeah, he's had some mishaps on the scale, you know, got popped dirty. But David Benavidez is a big dude, and he can fight, man. He can fight. I love him. Love his style. Crowd pleasing style, and he can't. It's hard to say where does he go next, because he can't go nowhere if they don't want to fight him. And
it's just like a waste. It's a real waste of time.
It really is, man. And I don't like it, man. That infuriates me. It really does. Because now,
Same.
he got to fight certain fighters. He got to eat. You can't be mad if you're fighting a guy you don't know because ain't nobody with the title want to fight him. And, everybody in the top 5 don't want to fight him. So, okay, I guess I'll go fight this guy. I don't know him, but hey, I got to have a check.
Hey, I got him and Boots in the same boat with that. The same boat, same situation. People just scared to fight him.
Don't nobody want that smoke with Boots. Don't nobody want that. First of all, Boots really isn't a household name if people don't know him. So it's a very high risk and low reward. He's in a bad situation. Because he's not, nowadays you have to be brash, arrogant, a loudmouth. And I get it. I understand. I don't like it, but I get it. That's not Boots. It's more so about drama. How much drama can this fighter bring than the actual talent? And Boots Ennis is somebody that I feel like can beat anybody they put in front of him, man.
The man don't drink, the man don't smoke, the man don't party. Just eat, sleep, breathe boxing in the gym every day. I ain't see a flaw. That's what's crazy. When I see this guy fight, I haven't seen a flaw. Like I haven't seen a flaw when this man fight, and that's a scary part. I'm like, man, I haven't beaten the whole 140. I haven't beaten everybody at welterweight. I think his biggest test would be Spence, of course, because Spence just a dog. He just gonna keep coming forward no matter what. He gonna stop that boy. But, I think everybody should stay away from him outside of Spence. But I see it all of them, man. All of them, to be honest with you. I think that Boots is gonna make his mark at 52.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. And I tell you who else about to go up too. There ain't anybody to go up.
You seen how he looked at the weigh-ins? Did you see how he looked at the weigh-ins? Did you?
He looked like Gollum. Too big for that weight class, man. Talented young brother, though, man. That fucking box, bro.
Yeah.
That fucking box, man. For real. I mean, he makes up for his lack of power. He makes up for it.
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields makes up for it.
Right. Right.
They know how to win. So if you don't have something, you work around it.
Right.
Not many fighters can do that.
I think it's smart for him to move up, definitely. And definitely you should avoid that Shakur smoke. You should avoid that Shakur smoke, man.
Man, he'll beat Shakur. Let's get it started. He will beat Shakur. Yes. You know why?
Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Movement.
It's the one thing we do disagree on this. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. I was sleeping on Shakur for long. You actually woke me up to him. You really did. Like this young man can actually fight. But when it comes to fighters with movement that know how to adjust, I think it's gonna be a big issue. Because he does have movement, but he's still way more flat-footed than Haney. And Lomachenko will give him fits too. I think Lomachenko will beat.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, it's no way.
How?
No way Loma beats. I'm telling you, there's no way Loma beats Shakur Stevenson.
Tell me. Tell me. How?
There's no way. I could plead with you on the Haney. I could plead with you on that one. But nah, I can't see. Nah, Loma.
Why? Explain it to me.
You could count on your hands how many rounds Shakur Stevenson has lost. He don't even lose rounds. Haney loses rounds. Like,
true. This is true.
Good, but he loses rounds. You know what I mean? JoJo was real close. There's a lot of people who have come close. People have not even come close to this guy Shakur Stevenson.
He ain't fought them two yet.
Close.
He ain't fought them two yet.
I mean, I guess.
Movement. Young blood. Movement is a killer. He's on the center line all the time. Not his head, but he's on the center line all the time. Forward, back. Forward, back. Hardly no angles. And if he does decide to step to the left or right, it's short, choppy step.
Mm-hmm.
Boxers with movement is going to give him problems. Okay, let's just say this. I won't say that Lomo would necessarily beat him, but I guarantee you it'll be a very, very frustrating fight and a hard fight to win because of that movement.
The one thing that should correlate for me is he doesn't jab enough. He doesn't jab, and that's what I love about Haney. Haney creates space with that jab at all times. I would say that I feel like he can jab a lot more. But I don't know. I think Shakur's will to like win is just a little bit stronger. Like his. You know what? I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that because it's the division. If he goes to 35 now, and then we see the same type of Shakur Stevenson at 35, the dominant. Okay, now we have a different, but I get it. 30 is definitely not as explosive as 35, and it's time for him to move up too, man.
But believe it. But believe it. His last. If you watch his last fight, there was a press conference, man, where these little kids had gave him some kind of plaque or something. This dude had the worst attitude in the world. He was, and it wasn't because that's how he is. He was just so drained from trying to make weight.
Yeah.
He was in a pissy mood, bro. Like, and I was like, this dude need to hurry up, move up, because he doing a good job of hiding it. But I know, I look for it, and just his whole demeanor and his attitude that day, I was like, yeah, he's struggling to make weight, bro. He's struggling.
Yeah, man. He said his body just won't get him down to it, and I don't know. I was disappointed, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was disappointed.
Well, he getting his grown man body now, and you sometimes you just can't make it under a certain weight without killing yourself. So, you're a professional. You have a set amount of time to where you have to make weight. You need to make that weight regardless. That's just respecting the sport, respecting your job. I know I got to be at work tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Right.
I wouldn't like me showing up at 7:30. So, and it's been that way for 15 years. No excuses. Make the weight or move up.
Right. And I feel like that's the same with Devin Haney. He definitely needs to. That was sickening. That was real horror movie like up there.
Yeah.
It was real horror movie like up there, man. And it's like you should. If I'm him, I'm fiending to get up to 40 because 40 competition is kind of scarce compared to 35, right? And because you're already undisputed at 35, there's no reason for him to stay there no more. I mean, they're trying to make the Tank and Haney fight happen, but that's not gonna happen. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, it won't win Haney because Haney on his way out. He's gonna get up out of there because he's just too big.
Yeah.
Tank, they don't. They just, man.
I don't know. People excited. They said they want to see that fight. I'm just not excited for that fight. I don't know why, but I'm not. I don't really.
You know why you're not? You know why you're not excited for that fight? Because it ain't gonna never happen. It ain't gonna never happen. You know in your heart it ain't gonna happen. So why even give it a thought process? You know what I'm saying? They need to let that boy fight somebody, man. They really need to let that dude fight somebody. He's getting a bad rap. It ain't a good look. I ain't saying he can't be great, but put him in there with somebody, man. Like I said, that frying pan. I got to see that frying pan. Let me see how you walk through that frying pan.
Yeah.
Romero, really? That's the kind of stuff, and people are always talking about, no, man, yes, they are. They're doing this purposely. And it may not even be Tank's wish. You know, he probably said, let me fight these dudes. I can beat them. But you know, Floyd, you know, they all about that dude. No, we're going to put you in with him, shut your mouth, go try and get this money. You know, well, who am I fighting next? You would expect I'm going to step up. No, you fighting Rolly next. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Rolly Romero.
And now next they got him against the Ryan Garcia. I don't even know if that fight is going to happen. I won't believe that until I see a flyer.
Till I hear the first bell ring in the first round, I believe it. You know, that'll be one of the biggest non-title fights ever, man. Like that, it would be so much money in that fight, man. So much money. And people who ain't ever watched boxing before will pay to see that fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the battle of the most popular. Not the most skillful. You know, it's the battle of the most popular fight. Because they're the most popular fighters out there. They don't hold a title.
I think the only thing that's stopping that fight is Oscar De La Hoya, honestly.
Yeah?
I don't even think it's Mayweather Promotions. I'm blaming him. I just feel like, you know, that it's clear beef between Mayweather Promotions and DAZN, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that in order for this fight to happen, DAZN will have to have a piece of the pie, right? But why? Mm-hmm. Why? Because you're Golden Boy Promotions, and then there's Mayweather Promotions, right? Like y'all two coming together, y'all gonna get paid. Why you have to include DAZN? What for? What? What reason? What reason would it be to include them? And I think
money. Everybody want a piece of the pie. But you know Floyd's finna fight on his own. You know that, right?
No. What?
Yeah. He's finna fight Davey on his own. Bro, listen to me.
What?
Listen. Floyd's finna fight another trash, exhibition against Deji, the YouTuber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And IFBB Pro, I believe, is the boxing channel, did a video on that about Floyd being a flat-out hater. Floyd said about Canelo Alvarez, you fighting on an app. Real fighters, good fighters fight on Showtime. And you finna go fight on an app. Leonard Ellerby said the same thing. They tweeted this. You know, we don't fight on apps. But guess where he's fighting? When he's fighting Digi, the Zone. Look it up.
I did not know that. I gotta look. You know, exhibition fights are not my thing. I don't follow them. So I didn't know about that. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know about that at all. Wow. Yeah,
my man busted him out. Like for real. He busted him out. He was like, this is proof that you just wasn't doing nothing but hate. Well, Floyd is willing to do anything for money, including go back on his word. He probably don't even remember saying it. So if it's loot, if it's millions in front of him, Floyd don't care.
I know him and Leonard had a fallout over that. Because Leonard Ellerby hate Eddie Hearn so much, man. He hate Eddie Hearn so much. Listen, that's the fight I really want to see, OG. That's the fight I really want to see.
He had Leonard out of his
Ellerby versus Eddie Hearn.
Hey, he really wants Eddie Hearn, but I don't know, man. Eddie Hearn, I've seen him. I don't smoke in no club. I don't think Leonard wants that smoke.
Yo, that is like that's like the funniest beef in boxing to me, man. Like, I love when I see Leonard Ellerby and they ask him about Eddie Hearn. Like, oh my God, that just grind his gears.
he be mad. You know, yeah. Hearn be laughing, but Leonard, he hot as fish street. Boy, he be mad. Cussing going on, talking about slapping folks.
He be going off, man.
He do, man. He don't like the dude. He don't like her. Oh man, that's crazy. Man.
I've just had this. I was just having this conversation yesterday with I don't know if you know of him. His name is Greg Hackett. He from Philly. He's a part of Boots Camp and stuff.
Okay.
And I was asking who has the best talent out of the all league. So Mayweather, Top Rank, DAZN, Golden Boy, who has the best talent? And I said, when I thought about it, I had Top Rank by far.
Yeah.
Like who's in the stables?
Yeah, Top Rank. Yeah, you gotta go with Top Rank.
Right? Because I'm thinking, I don't know, DAZN roster is just, I don't know. I don't see any like real big prospects out there. Kind of been just destroyed whatever DAZN for future playing. He just destroyed that. I kind of knew that boy was all hype though. I'm not gonna lie.
For real?
Yeah, I knew he was all hype.
I didn't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I did not know.
Yeah.
And when I heard about it, man, it hurt me, man. I was like, come on, man. Oh, man.
What's crazy is I seen Eubank winning that fight. If you go back to Eubank last fight, was he working with Roy in the last fight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he was. I didn't think he had it in him. Like if he comes with that performance that he had his last fight, he could have won that. Most definitely.
The good big guy beats the small good guy every time. Almost every time. You know what I mean? Unless you Roy Jones and moved up to heavyweight and beat John Ruiz, unless you James Toney go middleweight and get a title, and these are two fighters that are cut from a totally different cloth from these fighters nowadays. It's rare. It's a rare occasion that a small good guy beats a good big guy. I mean, you firsthand, Canelo Bivol. I didn't know which way to go with that fight, but because it was Canelo, I thought maybe he could pull it off. But the good big guy always beats the small big guy, man. 9 times out of 10. So I knew that Eubank was going to win that fight.
Yeah, that's what I had.
I mean, it was Eubank, man. Him and his dad made their own reality show. His dad is such a character. That dude right there is funny, man. He don't even feel like he's funny. He's just so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. He talk like that. He talk like Gopher from Winnie the Pooh. He be whistling when he talk, man. Every time he talk, he be whistling. Man, a great shape for his age, though, man. That dude still look good, man. Good you nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, look. Oh, Jay, I'm gonna keep it too long. I got one last question for you, then I'm gonna let you go. Bud and Spence won't believe it until the bell ring, of course. I don't have it happening this year at all. Who wins and why?
Fight ain't gonna never happen, young blood.
You don't think it's gonna ever happen?
Ever.
Wow.
No. But let's say it did. Okay, let's say it did. I like to view fighters by their last performance. I still, to this day, people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, think that Sean Porter threw that fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm just being honest, right?
I didn't want to say it.
This is my opinion. Now, I ain't scared to say it because,
I didn't want to say it.
I'm not scared to say it. The only people that I'm worried about being mad at me is God and my wife.
Uh-huh.
Anybody else, you can be mad at me. I'm just telling folks what I feel. And if you can't respect that, then it's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Kenny, the pimp Kenny Porter, and his son may have had an agreement with Terrence because we all know Sean Porter. You, you saw the fight between him and Spence, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how, come on. Sean Porter's a dog. You get what I'm saying?
And
And
the fight to me, they try to say that the fight with Porter and Spence was close. The fight with Porter and Bud was much closer to me. Much closer. Go back, rewatch that fight. Up until the knockout, I think I had Bud up 1 round. Up until Porter got knocked down.
the fight was close. I don't know why somebody would say it wasn't.
Saying it wasn't close. They had him every Bud had him every round. I said, what fight was you watching?
Exactly.
What fight was you watching? That was a
close
fight. That was maybe my favorite Porter of recent years. I liked him better in that fight. He was really good at that fight. He gave Bud a lot of problems. A lot of problems.
Yeah.
And I think those was flash knockdowns that he could have got up and won. I don't know. Their whole dynamic is very weird, and I'm glad that Porter retired because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. His father just bad for boxing, bro. Like,
I agree.
it's just bad for boxing. We don't need to see him. I don't know what weird family dynamic y'all got going on, but just keep it away from boxing. I'm glad that y'all went. Why Sean Porter let him? I don't know why Sean Porter let his father dictate his legacy like that. I just don't understand.
His father had some kind of hold over him, man. I'm telling you, man, it was like a pimp-like mentality. He got a pimp-like mentality. Anytime you can influence someone to do things that ain't necessarily good for you, I stated on numerous videos that Sean needs to get away from his father, get another trainer.
Mm-hmm.
But his dad had an influence over him. I don't, but I feel like he threw the fight, and I feel like Bud's performance wasn't near as good as Spence's performance against Ugas. Spence looked so good in that fight.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all again, all you young cats out there, y'all fighting, y'all training. Get your nutrition right. I'm telling you, his nutritionist played a huge role in how he performed against Ugas. Put good stuff in your body. Put good fuel in your body because Spence used to say, a nutritionist is overrated. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. But once he got that nutritionist, man, I feel like Spence would beat Bud there. I feel like Spence got more dog than anybody in that division, probably in the sport of boxing right now. And I don't think, as good as Terrence Crawford is, I don't think he has as much dog as Spence, man.
Yeah, and I think they I don't like the narrative. The only narrative that I don't like is the Bud has more tools in his shed. I don't see where. I mean, I see that he has multiple attributes, but the fighter that fought Ugas and Spence was not the fighter that fought Mikey Garcia. So what does that mean? You see what I'm saying? So what does that mean? If that's you saying Earl's not gonna be able to make an adjustment? Like
Earl, I feel that way, but I'm gonna say this to saying that it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter because I feel like Spence is gonna fight. I just said it on the video today. If you stand there and box Devin Haney, give Devin Haney 2 seconds to think, he's gonna beat you. You have to have a style like Madonna and Duran to beat these good technical boxers. And Spence has that type of dog mentality style. He's going to be in your chest, in your face. He's going to make it uncomfortable for you. So even though I feel like he has more tools in the shed, it's not going to matter because Spence ain't going to be sitting back waiting on this guy and trying to box him. He's going to be right in his chest. And he's going to be working that body. I love the body. I love the body. That's what I feel like is going to happen.
Yeah.
Not saying that Spence can't box, but I guarantee you he's not going to be boxing Crawford if that fight ever happens.
Yeah, OG. If we're gonna see, we just have to see. I think that it's a possibility that it will happen, but I got like if it does, I will have to say March, April maybe, of next year. But we'll see. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I mean, I want to see it. I don't want to see another Pacquiao Mayweather situation.
Yeah.
We need to see it now.
Yeah.
So, but definitely not this year. I'm saying not ever, but I'm.
Hey, OG, I appreciate you coming to spend some time with me, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's definitely get up and do some more of these for sure, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. It's always good chatting with you. Always good seeing you. You know what I'm saying? Family now. We're gonna keep it going.
All right, man. Have a good one. Have a good one, man. We'll talk, man.
Salute, man. Respect to you.